Hi everyone, today I'm going to make a pea pesto. I'm sure that pesto is super popular in your house. It definitely is in ours. Over the years I'm always been redeveloping new versions of pesto, trying to get more nutrition in there, trying to keep the oil down, and just all around trying to make it a healthier dish without compromising on flavour. Okay, so this is my pea pesto recipe. Again, I adapt it sometimes, I change up the herb combinations, but generally the ingredients are peas, nutritional or savoury yeast, almond meal, small bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, mint and parsley, or mint and basil, just depends what you've got, and a little bit of lemon juice, give it a bit of a zest. So I am a huge food processor junkie. I've been using a Magimix food processor for years and I couldn't live without it. It's my number one kitchen gadget. And the Magimix Cook Expert is basically the exact same construction as the standard Magimix food processor. It just has an adapter ring that sticks it on the Cook Expert machine. So let's make pesto. I've got pasta on to boil here. It's almost done. It's just 2 minutes away from done. Nice spelt wholemeal pasta. Totally delicious. Okay, so we'll just load up the food processor. Open it up. Now I've got the big bowl on today. If you were making a small batch, you could just use the small or medium sized bowl on the food processor. That's one of the features I love about the Magimix. You can make a small batch or a big batch. It's all good. Today we're making family size. So we've got a cup of regular garden variety out of the freezer peas that have just been defrosted. Put in about a cup of those. About 1/4 of a cup of nutritional or savoury yeast. Now this ingredient might be a bit unusual to some people. Usually vegans know all about it. And the reason that is because it's really high in B12, so super nutritious, and it gives an almost cheesy parmesan-like flavour. And it's of course 100% plant-based. So we'll put in 1/4 of a cup of that one. 1/4 of a cup of almond meal. The juice of a lemon, so let's give that lemon a good roll, get the juices flowing. Cut it in half, squeeze that in. So we go with a full lemon today. A few tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay. And we put in just a small drizzle of olive oil. Pepper, fresh ground black pepper. Pinch of our Murray River sea salt. And I like to use garlic granules because this is a raw dish. Raw garlic can sometimes be a bit overpowering, so just a sprinkle, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic granules, just gives that garlic flavour but without the harshness of raw garlic. Okay, so you want to put in quite a bit of mint and parsley into this. Just remove the mint from the stalks. I've given this a good wash. Just strip the leaves off. I'd say a good handful of mint and a good handful of parsley. Just stripping those leaves off, they come off really easily. There we go. We roughly chop, we form the mint up into a ball and just very roughly chop that. The food processor is going to do most of the work for us. Put the mint in. And then the parsley, and now a good handful of parsley as well. We'll take away the hard stalks and we'll just roughly chop the leaves. Okay, and we put them in. Okay, so our pasta's nearly done, so we better get a wriggle on. Okay, so we've got everything in there. Now we only want to give this a very quick buzz because we don't want to make pea hummus. We just want to make a nice rough consistency still. So we just put it on for a second. And then we just scrape down the sides just to make sure it's all incorporated. Another quick buzz. And that's it. Pesto is done. You'll never need to buy it out of a jar again. Okay, so we just scrape that off the blade and let's drain our pasta. So with the pasta, you want to drain most of the water. So just leave a small amount. We drain it into a colander in the sink. We make sure that it's still a bit damp because we want the cooking water to keep the pasta nice and soft and to keep the sauce nice and soft so it coats the pasta. So we've got the pasta in the hot saucepan. Just take the food processor off, scoop in the pesto, that's it, and we grab our tongs and give it a toss. So we want to make sure that all the pasta is coated with the pesto, and that just allows it to be warmed through the pesto, but it is still a nice raw sauce, literally. It's raw, so it's super nutritious. Okay, so that's looking good. So let's plate this up. Got a gorgeous bowl here. Just plate it up into the middle. Yum yum. Dinner's going to be good at our house tonight. Okay. So for garnishing, maybe just a little bit more parsley, maybe some basil. Just give them a rough chop. Bit of a garnish. And this is not for the kids maybe, but I love a bit of chili on mine. So just a sprinkle, light sprinkle of chili flakes. Yum. There we go. That's the veggies and me pea pesto. So easy, so delicious.